Well. Welcome to another edition of Soul Issues, the show. I can never get that right. The show, not the soap, but the show that's all about soul music and soul attitude. And today, this is the extreme case of what soul music and soul attitude is about. Today, we have a guest that is not only a blues man, but he's a good man. He's a man that when he plays his music, you feel it and you want to dive deeper into it. Of course, I'm talking about none other than my main man, Hendrix Uncle. How you doing, my friend?
Well, I am. I am.
You am. You
I
is.
am.
You
I,
are.
I bees.
You B's.
I bees.
You A, B's, and C's, right? No, hey, thank you for gracing the studio. It's great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been. I've known you for a while, but we've never really done too much together. But it's like, hey, we're in Switzerland, and you know, if you're doing something, you might hear from me. I know somebody that knows you. You're not back and forth. So it's great to have this opportunity right now. I'm gonna jump right into it. You are one talented brother. You are, and I mean that. You really are. How is it that it took you so long? Because you've been writing songs for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Why do you think it took you so long for you to actually be noticed, mainstream kind of, whereas other people can, and then they're already.
Well, I don't really think I made it to the mainstream yet.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
you go.
it's the people that I work with or work for
Okay.
that are known to a mainstream. But I think it's truthfully. I remember when we started with the Hendrix Cousins back in the mid '90s.
Right.
We were actually fancying, going
Big screen, everybody,
going big
from,
screen,
yeah,
and-
absolutely.
and
Worldwide.
and of course that didn't happen, and we tried again, and it didn't happen. So I found out I'm more happy with myself if I don't aim to.
Absolutely.
If
Absolutely.
I don't shoot too high.
Absolutely. No, I can appreciate that, because I feel that there's always a market
Yeah.
for what we do, if I may
Yeah.
put myself in that category, especially for what you do. There's a market for that, and there's I think there will always be a market for that because it's feel-good music. This is what I call what you do. It's music that really touches the soul, really tells you what what you're
Absolutely.
feeling and how you're feeling and everything. But I feel that you should be mainstream. I mean, it should have been mainstream a long time ago. Or you're probably the type of guy that would create your own stream.
Well, I would hope so. I would hope so. Yeah.
Because okay, let's go to Hendrix Cousins. Let's talk about that. Tell me the origins of Hendrix Cousins.
Well, I used to play with a band at the time that was like in the early '90s, and we played Winter Tour,
Right.
and we played the Albany, and at the sound check there was like this American kind of crazy loud.
Right.
And he was there just to, he said he came regularly to sound checks to
Right.
see whether it's worth coming back for the show,
Right.
to see the show. So we hung and we talked, and he was high on weed and on alcohol. So and he'd been telling me, like, he's been working with Robert Cray and
Okay.
whatnot, and all of a sudden that face seemed so that it just sort of rang a bell. The face seemed so familiar all of a sudden, and after the show, we changed
Exchange numbers and stuff, right?
and I went home and I pulled out my Robert Cray records, and there he was.
Wow.
There was Richard Cousins, and that was kind of like that was kind of like that was quite a moment. So the first time I went to visit him, I was like, of course, all super nervous,
Right.
And we basically started writing songs right away because the band he saw me with, I used to have like my spot in the middle of the set, like where I would do a couple of 2, 3 tunes of my own, and so we started writing songs, and a promoter in Winterthur, because everybody knew Richard.
Right.
After a couple of weeks, after a couple of weeks in Winterthur, everybody knew Richard. So they've been asking him to put together a band for an event.
Right.
And that's how we played our first show.
Okay. Okay.
And ever since then, he became my kind of like, it used to be, back then I was like in my early 20s. So he was kind of like my rock and roll daddy,
Okay.
in a way.
Right. Right.
And ever since then, we've been working together, and we've been recording 2 albums
Okay.
in the late 90s. And we still write songs.
I mean, you guys are like brothers, man. You're like,
Yeah, it's
I
kind of,
feel- it's like you can't have peanut butter without chocolate. It's like I'm not saying which one you guys are, who's peanut butter and who's chocolate, but I'm just saying you can't have Hendrix without Cousins. You can't, or vice versa.
well, I like that thought.
You like that?
Yeah,
You
I
like
like
that?
that thought.
You can
I like
use that.
thought. No,
You
I
can-
mean, he became probably one of, for sure, one of the closest, if not the closest friend. And of course, in my whole musical upbringing,
Right.
he was a major, or he's a major part of that.
So did you ever tour outside of Europe, or were you always in Europe?
That was always Europe.
Always Europe. So
That was
how
always
far did you guys go? Like
Well, basically England, Germany, the guest countries, Hungary,
right.
Belarus, Italy.
And would you say the response was kind of similar, or was it?
It was kind of similar.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
kind of similar. It wasn't worse than it's been, but it wasn't. I think we would have had to make all that. You got to make some road to get
Absolutely.
to somewhere, and we sort of like lost it before we. Maybe we stopped a little too early, but then of course Richard started playing with Philip Funkhauser,
Right.
and after a year later he sort of convinced Philip of putting up with me too. So and of course playing for Philip, that's kind of like there isn't that many days left in the week.
I believe that. Yeah. I heard he works you long and strong, but it's all worth it. It's worth it at the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking about Richard or Philip?
I'm talking about Philip now.
Oh, you're talking about Philip now. I've been with Philip for 16 years now, so
Okay.
it's
But it's like breathing. To
It's
you
all
now.
worth.
It's like
Yeah.
No, I mean, hey, he's he is the blues man. He's he's the guy.
And of course, I mean, it's a steady income.
Right.
Yeah, and then a couple of years later, Richard joined or went back to
Robert Cray.
Robert Cray. So,
Okay.
and now we're just occasionally writing songs and we're trying to record something every now and then.
Do you ever, with your songs, are you just with Svisa which is GEMA in Germany. Are you, or do you go to the States, or where do you put your songs in? What do you know?
Basically, basically through Suiza.
Okay.
And then
Swiss.
I got an administered.
Right.
Bug Music. Like now it's BMG.
Okay.
And I was thinking for a hot minute. I was like thinking of trying to become a BMI member.
Okay.
But it was, I had to fill in some paper.
Gotcha.
I would have had to do some paper work.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
And that's sort of like
I understand, and that's that can be scary.
that can be scary. Yeah.
So let me ask you this here. I kind of asked you already, but where would you say, career-wise, how far do you think you have reached your goal?
Well, in a way,
Or have your goals been changing along the way? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like I never. I was hoping I could one day make a living off music.
Gotcha.
And that goal I achieved, and so that's really cool.
Absolutely.
And of course, I still haven't given up on the idea of becoming like I don't know. There used to be like the Buena Vista Social Club.
Absolutely.
And when they got like that worldwide fame,
Yeah.
they must have been in their 80s.
80 or 90s or something. I'm telling you.
80s or 90s.
I'm telling you.
And
They were like holding
I remember
the mic.
like Ruben Gonzalez, one of my favorite piano players.
Right.
Like, and I think like, okay, well, if that's what if that's what's in store for me, I'll take that too.
There you go. There you go.
know.
There you go. I look at it the same way. There's really, when it comes to music, there shouldn't be an expiration date.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you've heard like, was it B.B. King said it, and I'm sure others have said it. A reporter asked him, so you ever think about retiring? He says, what's that?
yeah.
Retire.
From
I
what?
retire when I'm dead. That's when I retire, and that's a maybe.
Yeah.
And that's a maybe.
And plus, I mean, it's like I didn't make that much money to be able to pay into some pension fund or whatever.
Right.
I don't got that kind of money, so I probably will have to unless my daughter takes care of me. But
Hey, that's what.
well,
that's part
I
of
hope
it.
she won't have to. But I'm planning on working until I drop. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, man, what other activity, and I'm sure there are other activities that you do, but what other activity that you can say that you do that even comes close to the feeling that you get when you're on those keys and you have an audience in front of you and that back and forth? I don't know.
No, I mean, no, it's one of a kind.
Absolutely. And to try to explain that to someone that hasn't had that feeling, it's almost like I was telling someone the other day, I said, I've been to Hawaii, and I could tell you all about my experience in Hawaii, but you really couldn't appreciate it as much as I do unless you go there yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And in that way. So it's to me it's the same about being an artist and this is why I said being an artist and being on the stage, you have the most powerful spot in the whole arena because all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of pressure, or if you're intuitive enough, if you are able to bring that in, that's a wave you can ride all the way to wherever you want to.
Absolutely. It's something bigger than.
Isn't it beautiful?
Something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely.
Or yeah.
1,000%. So and the thing is that I used to come to the point of excuse me for a second. I used to come to the point of trying to explain that phenomenon to people, and because it's something so precious and dear to the heart. It's almost like you want to explain it to someone, and you would love for them to kind of have that same woo that you get, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's manufactured. You can't buy this in a clothing store or a garage or somewhere.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, just the fact that people actually give you or their attention
Absolutely.
for like be it, for a couple of hours
Absolutely.
is I mean it's a huge fucking gift.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. And they don't have to. It's not.
And they don't have
It's
to.
not. Nobody's holding a gun to their head and say, "Hey, you need to come to my concert and sit down and enjoy it." No. When they know you're playing somewhere, they kind of already know. They may not know what you're going to play, but they know how they're going to feel. And I think that's the important part of it. Saying like if you would go to like I'm going to talk about him later on, a Prince concert, and Prince, you might know some of his songs, but you might not know all of the songs that he would play.
Yeah.
But what you would know is when you come from that concert, you're gonna say, "Man, I felt great. I felt like I was on the stage. I was like, it's a gumbo. It's a melting pot of beauty and love, and you're just happy that you were there."
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him, by the way? Did you ever see
Yeah, I
Prince
saw him a
live?
couple of times. I liked it more better when, I remember my first show was the Sign of the Times.
Cool.
And then I saw pretty much every show he played in Switzerland after that.
Okay.
For a couple of years.
Okay.
But that to me was like when he was
Peak.
at his peak.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. I have a couple of surprises for you. Hope you don't mind. I hope you're not like my mom. My mom says, she loves me until the cows come home and go back out again. But she says I don't like surprises. So, and I'm the one that I love to give surprises, and I love to have surprise. I love to be surprised.
No, Jesus, yeah.
So I got you covered. All right. So
Yeah,
you
good,
ready? You
good.
ready to ride on this wave?
Yeah, well, yeah, come on.
All right. So I got a video that I would like. It's not sharing with you because you're in the video. This is something that you did and something that I'm going to ask you about later on.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the video now. It's going to be shown on the screen.
Jesus.
And the rest of you beautiful people will be able to see it too on Soul Issues. So like I said, also make sure that you write in, comment, ask questions. Show us an hour. Kick it! It's coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now I know.
Now you know. Can you turn it up?
breaking in our homes. It's getting a little dangerous. Walk the streets alone. Somebody better give a kiss. Yeah. Good God, the wheels that, and we ain't got no time to waste. People say, have I got a right to live? People say, haven't got a right to live. People say, don't know I ain't got a right to live, y'all. People say, somebody help me, baby. People say, y'all. People say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are we back? Are we back?
Are we? Are we? I think we is.
We is back.
Yeah, we is back.
We is back and front. Man, that was hotter than a hot tamale. So tell me what's happening with this. Is this something that's coming up that you're actually going to be presenting when the gates open back up?
Well, that actually we had like this in 2020. We would have played the Boston Blues Festival,
Right.
And we would have. They wanted us to do some sort of a New Orleans tribute,
Right?
and then of course that got. No, that was 19. Was that 19?
I'm telling you, man.
Remember, I lost it. And then it got. I think it was. It would have been 19, and then it got. They said like, okay, we're going to do the same thing in 2020.
Right. Because actually, it's been 2 years, I think, already.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're
But
not
it's-
going to do it. We're not going to do it because.
In the
now-
future, maybe?
Of course. I mean, we've been doing this for years. We've been playing that kind of music
Okay.
for years. So
Got you.
it's-
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So check it out. Let's go to the board over here. I'm going to take my shades off here, and I'm going to look over here. Let's see. I guess somebody wants to know, Sandro, what's your favorite? What is that? Can you see that?
Your most important live performance?
Yeah. What would you say?
Well, I mean, I would. I'm inclined to say like, is the next one is the most, or the one that I'm,
I like that.
But of course, there's been. I remember like we did a small England swing opening for Robert Cray,
Right.
and of course those were and playing like Shepherd's Bush and
Right.
we've been playing some great venues in front of a even greater artist. So it's those gigs, of course, have been very important. Or we did a tour with Ivan Neville,
Okay.
actually twice, and of course it's those were super important to me because just being around Ivan Neville and just trying to by osmosis, just by being with him or being around him.
Wow.
And well, yeah. I mean, there's been a lot in the past 20 some years. There's been a lot, and there's been a couple of
Right.
important
And there's
ones.
more to come.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I hope that. I hope we didn't see the best.
Speaking of more to come, let's get down to some music. What about I Can't Stand the Rain? Can we do that one?
Yep. Yep.
We can do that one. Let's do that one. Ooh, hey. Hey. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Well, I can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause you ain't here with me. Oh, window pane. Well, tell me, do you remember how sweet it used to be? Let's cross that bridge. Oh, when we were together, baby. I'll do that. Everything was so grand. Now you like those sweet memories. There's just one sound that I just can't stand. I can't stand the rain while creeping round my window, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain against my window. No, no. Hendrix, will you play for me? When we were together, oh, you know everything was so grand. But now that we parted, Lord, there's one sound a brother just can't stand. I can't stand the rain creeping around my window. I'm bringing back sweet memories. Hendrix, I can't stand the rain calling my window. Oh, see, my baby ain't here with me. Talking about rain on across my window pane. I ain't never felt the same, no. Sweet, sweet memories. I can't stand the rain creeping round my window, no, no. Keeps on hunting me. Keeps on hunting me, yeah. Keeps on hunting me, yeah. It keeps on hunting me, yeah. Keeps on hunting me, yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
Betsy Saunders.
Hey, Hendrix on the keys, baby. Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man, I wish there was more of that times whatever is the greatest number. Don't it feel good?
It does.
It feels good. It feels great. And just to let all the people know out there, this is Soul-icious, and this is a show, like I said, all about soul music and soul attitude. And I'm about supporting artists. I'm about artists that are working, artists that are not working, artists that want to work. I always said, once I got a platform, you have a platform. And this is how it is. This is how it is. So if you'd like to, hey, you want to support, you want to be a sponsor, we have information we're going to put up on the board. And, hey, be a part of something beautiful. Be a part of something beautiful. Absolutely. And I promise you, I will continue to bring you interesting guests with lots of knowledge that will soothe every corner of your soul. Speaking of soothing souls,
Yep. Yep.
let's go to some of your people here. All right. Now, you told me that your artists that inspired you, the artists that inspired you, you gave me two. I'm sure there are more, but you gave me two. One was Prince, and one was Mr. Hammond himself, Dr. John.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just last week, because I'm coming from an imaginative childhood. When I was a kid, I was like, you told me the sun came up in the west and went down in the east, or came up in the east, or whatever, whichever way it goes. My question was always why.
Yeah.
I tried everything. So I put this together, a show, a game show within Soulicious. And this game show is called Soulful Sounds.
Ooh.
Soulful Sounds.
Yes, I am.
So in this particular game, and you are the first to play this game, Soulful Sounds.
Well.
So Soulful Sound, I'm gonna be a little bit and hold this up here in my hand, this paper here, that I hope nobody sees. But anyway, this basically what this is gonna let me know how well you know the artist that inspired you.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Good. That. Yep.
so I'm gonna ask you.
Don't let me put myself to shame.
I'm going to ask you some questions. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's multiple choice.
Okay.
So you don't have to sweat it. Don't sweat it. And by the way, if there's one that stumps you, I got something for you. I have an insurance platform. I have an insurance policy. Let's put it like that for you.
Yeah.
So don't sweat it. You're not alone.
Good.
Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna start with Dr. John.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my question to you, Hendrix, is what is Dr. John's first name?
Malcolm. Ramanek.
Man, this is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think about it for a second. Come on, man.
Well, you're back. You're
supposed to think about it for a second.
It's not over yet. It ain't over yet.
All right. Okay. All right. This one is an easy one, I'm sure. Where was Dr. John born?
Where? Oh, Jesus, probably in.
Wait. Let me give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Is it Chicago? Is it Louisiana? Or is it Mississippi? Now, if you don't know, I don't want you to speculate.
Yeah.
I want you to know. If you feel that you don't know, don't forget, you have an insurance policy.
Okay, but I'm not going to use that.
You're not going to use it yet.
No, it's Louisiana.
You sure about that?
Well, it's New Orleans, Louisiana. So it
Okay, you're right again.
Yeah.
So
oh, but yeah. Come on. That got kind of tense.
all right. Okay.
You sure
all right.
about that? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Last question on Dr. John.
Yeah.
How many Grammys does he have?
Ooh, I'm pretty sure
Well,
he got a couple.
Well, okay. How many Grammys does he have? And this one, I'm not even going to give you a multiple choice. So well known. The person that knows his how can I say, the artist that inspired you,
Yep.
which is you. Would you like to take your insurance policy? You can. It doesn't cost you a thing. It might even make you happier than you already are.
Okay. I'm taking it. Yeah.
You taking it?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay. In the control room, can we make that phone call, please? To that certain someone? I think we're about to call right now.
Jesus. Oh, now you got me. Now you got me all
We're gonna,
curious.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, I know that. I know the
Who is
sound
that on
of
the
that
phone?
voice.
Who is that? Who could that be? Philip.
Who that?
Who that?
Philip.
Philip. Your keyboard player over here is sweating balls, man. He doesn't. How you doing, by the way?
Saunders.
Great. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
You're doing pretty well. Great. Well, I'm glad that you could grace the phone lines and help Hendrix. You know, because you can't see it, but he's sweating over here, and it's not because of the lights.
What is that young man's problem?
Huh? Yeah.
What is the young man's problem?
The young man's problem is he doesn't know, and I'm going to let you guys kind of like duel it out or talk about it. Yeah. He doesn't know how many Grammys does Dr. John have. Now, let me ask, do you know?
Everybody knows that.
What? I thought so too.
Thank you, sir.
I thought so too. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you a multiple choice. All right.
Yeah.
And if I'll give you two choices because I like you. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Is it 7 Grammys?
Yeah.
Is it 10 Grammys? Or is it some other number? Hendrix, talk to your man. Yeah. Talk to Philip.
I mean, I'd say 7. That sounds possible.
Well, I'd say he would deserve more like 12 Grammys.
I would say that too. I would absolutely say
but
that also.
Nobody gets what he deserves. He or she deserves.
Is that true?
Yeah, you either get more or you get less.
But I mean, Dr. John, I mean, come on.
Do you think 10?
Yeah.
10?
You think 10?
Or is it another number? So it didn't at least. Okay. Was manch, Philip? Was wirst du sagen?
Well,
so,
I actually know it.
He knows it. He knows it. So I called, Philip, by the way, this is the one and only, in case you are out there wondering which Philip this is the Philip Funkhauser. Yes, this is the blues man. And he's got all kinds of accolades, but he's so humble, I'm sure he doesn't want to talk about them right now.
Well, one of my accolades is, and my accolades almost sounds like Hendrix accolade.
This is true. This is true. Absolutely.
I'm a know who won how many Grammys sort of specialist.
There you go. See,
that.
See, you thought he was just a blues singer that overwhelmed the people, and no, this is a man with knowledge.
Yeah, it goes to show.
No.
This is so. Are you ready now?
So that's just say it. Or
No. I'm gonna lead you. Okay, so right. Hendrix, it's not 7.
No.
It's not 10.
I got 12.
It should be 12.
But it's 11?
But it could be half of 12.
It could be half of 12.
But not necessarily.
Not necessarily. I called him. I called you, Philip Hendrix insurance policy. So can you give him a out of jail free card?
Yes.
So what is the number, my dear sir?
Well, if it's not 12, but it could be 6, which it's not necessarily, and 3 would be not enough.
This is true.
So the difference between 12 and not 6 multiplied by 3 would be 24, but 24 is not realistic, so I would divide that by 4 and say 6.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love it. So,
did you hear me, Hendrix?
Did you get that now?
Well, all I got is it's 6.
And that's what it is.
See?
There you go. See? There you go. See? Now you know a little bit more. You know a little bit more. Philip, I want to thank you for playing along. It's beautiful. And stay healthy, stay happy, and keep up all of the good works that you're doing.
And you do the same, and let's drink to Malcolm Rebenak.
You got it, my friend. Take care.
Take care, y'all.
Ciao. Donkey.
See, there you go. See, see.
This
Hey,
is.
man, hey, I don't mess around up here. This is, hey.
I actually. Yeah.
Wait.
I'm all worked up.
Wait.
I'm all worked up now.
You're all worked up. It's all good. It's all good. So, okay. Let's go to your other
Yeah.
inspiration,
Yeah.
Prince. Okay, I
But
have
don't,
something here.
don't give me that Grammy.
Oh, no, I'm
Really?
not going to give you Grammy.
No?
No. I'm going to give you Grammy.
Yeah.
Give you something else that's harder. All right, okay. What was the name of Prince's debut album?
The name of Prince's debut album.
Yes, what was his first
Jesus
album?
Christ. It wasn't. Was it? No, it wasn't Controversy.
Okay, let me get, wait. Let me give you, I'll give you some multiple choices.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Tasty? Was it Soul Rock You?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it For You?
For You.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you know that?
Because it rings a bell somewhere in the back
It
of my
rings a bell. You got it right, my friend. It's For You. Okay, all right. How many instruments did Prince play on that album?
All of them.
Okay, but how many?
Well,
Also include the voice too.
yeah, okay. So then there's the voice, there's the guitar.
Wait a second here. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, okay.
Got your multiple choice. 20, 27, or 10.
10.
10.
Yeah.
You say you do love Prince.
I do. Yeah, I do love Prince.
I think
No,
Prince,
then it must-
I think Prince might come back if you say he only did 10. if this how you want him back, he did. It was 27.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
27, my friend. 27.
Yeah, come on. He was always a little bit over the top.
He was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And last one on Prince. What genre? Who was it here? Yeah. What genre of music was Purple Rain intended to be before it became? Oh. I don't know what, pop. And I would even go. I'll throw this in too. And which artist did he give it to? Artist band.
Purple Rain?
Yeah. He wanted to give it to, but
but
this person, actually a woman, she felt that it was too much for her, so she didn't do it. So we can go to that in a second. But which genre do you feel that was it?
yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll give you that. Here. Was it gospel? Was it country? Was it jazz? Or was it blues?
Nah,
Gospel, country, jazz, or blues?
I
Purple Rain. Where do you feel that? Where do you see that?
would have said country.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I would have said country.
I know this is like a transparent window here, but are you looking at you got Superman vision? No. So why would you say that though? You're right, by the way. You're right. You can hear it. Purple Rain twang, country
Yeah.
twang.
Yeah. Like I can hear that.
Okay, and actually the woman was I forgot her name, but she was the singer of Fleetwood Mac.
Nikki. No.
Nikki Sixx?
No, that's Nikki.
No, sorry.
No. Oh fuck, that's
Yeah, she was
that's
gonna
a
give.
shame. That's a shame.
You can't remember that one. Huh?
Well, maybe it's gonna come back
All right, it'll
sometime
come back.
later.
Yeah, but she said it was too much for her. She didn't feel like she could pull it off. Like
Wow,
what
but I
this
would
song
have
deserved.
loved to hear that.
I would have loved to hear it too, but it never came to fruition. Now let's dive into a little bit of more of you, and then we're gonna do a couple more songs.
Yep.
Why did you choose blues, or did blues choose you, or would you even consider yourself?
I'm not I don't think I'm blues.
Okay, what would you consider yourself then? Because I don't know, because I know as an artist you want to be free.
No, I mean, I remember, I mean, my first big hero, but was Elton John. Like I got when I was like 7 or so.
Okay,
A relative of mine, an uncle, I don't know, gave me like an Elton John best of greatest hits, whatnot.
Right.
And I must say, like Elton, I still like those, like I still like the old Elton John
right, exactly.
songs are still just great pop songs, and then through the record collection of my dad, I stumbled across all that blues music,
Okay,
and I sort of got stuck with New Orleans because it has kind of all this Caribbean, this kind of like it's clearly dance music,
right,
it's party music,
right.
it's, it got all that Caribbean flavor. It's funky. It's
Right,
soulful.
absolutely.
It's and then I think from actually I never considered myself as a blues.
What would you consider? Would there be a genre that would well describe you, or several genres?
Well, I think I am sort of like this. I have this very strong. That's one of my main
Right.
is black music and all. I
Right.
mean, like soul,
Right.
soul, rhythm and blues,
Right.
funk. But then there is also like the singer-songwriter.
Exactly.
kinda-
Exactly. Right. So it would be hard to
It would be. I'm still working on kind of a big mix up of all these.
Right. So for example, I'm the CEO of Sony Records.
Oh, I used to have those.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
conversations.
But it wasn't me. But- okay, I'm the CEO of Sony Records.
Yeah.
Top of the top. I like what you do. Where do I place you? Where do I place you? Do I place you in the blues section? Do I place you in the pop section? Do I place you in the R&B section? Where I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know, labels and they like want to categorize their artists.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I sort of, although it sounds awfully boring, but it's, that whole adult.
Adult contemporary type of thing?
Yeah, kind of like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's music for grown-ups.
There you go. There you go.
But-
there you go. I like it. Whatever we call it, I like it. And I want some of it now. Can you play one of your songs, please?
Yeah.
For the audience.
Yeah, just to give a...
Give a taste of what you're about.
Yeah.
Let them know. Soulicious debut.
And this is how I make you weep. God, what am I only thinking? To use a language you don't speak. When all you need from me is something that makes you understand. And in my lack of words to explain you, something I myself and me cannot quite come to terms. I get carried all the way until there is nothing left to say. You mean the world with all its splendor, with all its magic, all its love. At times it all turns upside down. I am lost, but I'll be found. Baby, I belong to you. And now I forgot the lyrics. That's what I always do.
Hey, it's all about the feeling, man. It's all about the feeling.
So that would have been the third verse. And now we go back to the chorus, which I so happen to know
all
the
good in the
lyrics
hood.
kind of like, and it goes like, you mean the world with all its splendor, with all its magic, all its love. At times it all turns upside down. I am lost, but I'll be found. You mean the world with all its splendor, with all its magic, all its love. At times it all turns upside down. I am lost, but I'll be found. I belong to you. I belong to you. Goes a little something like
Wow, bravo, bravo, bravo. I love it, man. That seemed like it came from a real deep place. I'm not asking you to elaborate,
No.
unless you want to.
It's okay. No.
But did it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, man. Whew, well, I like to package that one up and spin it around a few times. That's wow. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And so, when you do concerts, do you do mostly your own material?
Yeah.
You find yourself doing, or
Well, it depends. I mean, there's like if we play Hendrix Cousins
right?
show, of course we got tons of songs.
Right.
If I do Hendrix au clair shows, then it sort of depends on the venue. It sort of depends. I mean, if usually when I'm booked as Hendrix au clair, then I play my own songs.
Okay.
But that's that's kind of that's a quiet.
Exactly.
That's a quiet,
Exactly. And do you prefer an intimate type of audience more than a open air, or either or works for you?
Either one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no preference. Okay.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I think it's kind of to me the challenge is bigger with an intimate crowd.
I find that too.
Yeah.
I find that too because they're right up on you. They're like, they're looking in like the pores of your skin. Like, you know, it's
again-
like, you
but
can't
then-
make any mistake. It's like,
But then again, now after a year of pandemic,
right.
I couldn't think of anything cooler than an open air
Don't you want to just shower in it, man?
Yeah.
Don't you want to just like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm telling
I
you,
want
man.
lots. Lots of people. No, I mean, I'm missing it. I'm
Yeah,
missing it.
I'm telling you, and I feel that we not only miss, but we it's easier to come to the understanding that we need each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not just us, and we're up here and they're here. No, it's one big family, man, and we need each other. We need each other, man. Like I don't know, like my lips need. I don't know, popcorn and jam. I don't know, whatever, you know. You just need it. It's just like it's a part of your DNA. You know, I don't know if you feel like something is missing. You know.
Well,
That's-
yeah.
And it is something missing. You know. Before we go, what do you have as far as like, you know, that's coming up? Where can people find you? Where can people, you know, without coming in and disturbing you, knocking on your door? But I'm not calling any stalkers out there, you know. But where can somebody go somewhere? I don't know, social media, or what can they find?
Well, you find me on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
But let me tell you one thing. I'm like, you know, I try to keep that all that social media stuff sort of going,
Okay,
but I'm just
you're not too savvy.
no.
All right.
So yeah, and if you want to listen to my music, then there's my stuff. The Hendrix Oakley is on Spotify. Hendrix
Okay.
Cousins is on iTunes, as far as I
Right.
know. You'll find me
Okay.
or us,
Absolutely.
Right.
And can they buy your music on there too?
of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
Yeah, iTunes got it all, or yeah.
Cool. And when they buy your music, you get paid.
Well, I would think so. I would think so.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to talk to some people. We might have to call somebody, you know. Call Philip again, you know. Maybe
Yo.
Philip phone calls
Yo.
and maybe he knows some people, you know. Come, you know. Hey man, it's been more than a pleasure. I want to say thank you so much, Hendrix. I'm telling you, man, it's better than I thought it would be.
Thank you, Reggie.
And my pleasure, my friend. And if you ever need anything from me musically, or just a handshake or a hug,
Yep.
give me a call.
Yep. I will.
Give me a call. Give me a call. Especially the music part. But the other ones too. Because the only reason I said especially the music part, because I think you got the other two taken care of. You got those covered. So you got it all covered, man. Hey, family and friends out there, it's been another edition of Soul Issues, the show that will bring you, like I said, each time, interesting guests, something that you can talk about after the show. Please write in. Let your friends know that this is going on, and let your musician friends know that they have a platform here on Soul Issues with me, okay? So I am the host with the most, Reggie Saunders, and until next time, you keep it together, keep it tight, and keep it real, all right? Peace. One love.